welcome to the news hour at Haske Tv. My name is Farida with the bulletin and now the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has declared that combating preventable diseases is a collective responsibility, urging traditional rulers and youth to take active roles in improving health outcomes in their communities. Speaking at the National Traditional and Religious Leaders Summit on Health 2026, the President said his administration is rebuilding trust in the health sector through transparency and decisive action. He stressed that the engagement of traditional and religious leaders is essential to the success of the Nigerian health sector renewal investment initiative, particularly in reducing maternal and newborn death. Tinubu noted that the summit marks the foundation of a new national alliance for health and emphasized collaboration with state governors, local government chairmen, and other stakeholders to improve the functionality of primary health care centers. The federal government on Tuesday emphasized the need for Nigerians to have access to a stable and secure oxygen supply, noting its importance for maternal health, pandemic preparedness, and emergency response. The government also highlighted that oxygen security is a key component defining the quality of health and upholding the principle of universal health coverage. The Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Daju, made the remarks during the 2026 edition of the National Oxygen Coordination Committee in Abuja. Daju further stated that the government plans to build a system made of people, policy, and political will. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu announced plans to launch the National Community Food Bank Program in April to tackle child malnutrition. The initiative will operate through primary health centers to identify vulnerable families with children under 6, provide nutrition counseling, and issue food vouchers redeemable for local produce food. She said the program will be funded through a trust fund supported by private sector partners and well-meaning Nigerians with oversight by credible individuals to enable accountability. The First Lady added that her office will collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, the Bank of Industry, and Bank of Agriculture to drive implementation nationwide. Let's take a very short break. When we return, the news will continue. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that short break. If you are just joining us, this is Haske TV News with me, Farida, and now the news continue. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has announced that it will not extend the registration deadline for the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. The board said the sale of e-pins will close at midnight on Thursday, February 6, 2026, while registration at accredited computer-based test centers for candidates who have purchased their e-pins will end on Saturday, February 28, 2026. JAM warned prospective candidates to complete the registration before the deadline or risk missing the examination. As of February 17, over 1.5 million candidates had successfully registered nationwide. The Yobe State government has disclosed that over 250,000 people have been affected following the United States Executive Stop Worker Order signed by President Donald Trump in 2025. The Executive Secretary of the Yobe State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Muhammad Goji, made this known during a breakfast show monitored by the correspondent. He stated that for more than a decade, the United States have been the largest and most consistent donor to humanitarian operations in northeast Nigeria-based state, Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe, funding life-saving food assistance, nutrition, healthcare, protection, service, and support for displaced families. According to Goje, the suspension of U.S. funding has directly affected more than 250 people in Yobe State, adding that the new funding posture has forced humanitarian agencies to consolidate operations, compete for limited resources, or withdraw entirely. The Kano state government has ordered the immediate closure of all entertainment centers across the state for the duration of the Ramadan fasting period. The announcement was made on Tuesday by Abdullahi Suleiman, Public Relations Officer of the Kano State Censorship Board. He said the directive affects entertainment venues popularly known as gala houses, as well as disc jockey operators operating under the board regulatory jurisdictions. According to the statement, the closure takes effect from 10 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, February 18, 2026, and will remain in force until the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Suleiman explained that the measure is aimed at creating a calm and morally conducive environment for Muslim faithful to observe the fasting period without distractions. That has been the news on Haske TV. My name is Farida Haq. Do stay tuned for subsequent program from me. Isabel.